Hi everyone, Danielle here. I'm doing a solo playthrough of Flashpoint Fire Rescue. I have this ready to play immediately, so I'll go ahead and just start with the blue player. The blue player will get 4 action points, and they're going to be represented by these tokens. You could save up to 4 of them, so I could potentially pass this entire turn and do 8 actions next turn, but I think I'll go ahead and do some movement. Actions do allow me to do certain things depending on how many I spend. So I can move for 1 AP, move through fire for 2 AP, and you can feel free to pause to see the rest. And so I will spend 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and my last one will get me into that door, which is 4. And then after that, we'll go ahead and do the advanced fire. So 4, 8, and we'll be placing a smoke in those coordinates. So the 4 is the red, the 8 is the blue, the black die. So go ahead and place smoke here. And then person of interest, there are 3 of them on the board. If there are less than 3, we would replenish those. Now it is the yellow player's turn. I'll go ahead and gain the 4 action tokens, and same thing here. I'll go in here for 1, and then to extinguish a fire, I will spend 2. You could extinguish the fire completely if you spend 2 AP. If you just spend 1, it does just turn over to the smoke side. We will advance the fire. 5, 6. So the 6 and then the 5. There's already fire here, so that means we're going to be doing an explosion. So in that case, we're going to go down here, put a damage. This side gets a fire, I believe. Let me just double check. So the explosion section is, I tend to have to rely on the rulebook for this. Maybe it's just me, but basically, if there's an explosion, it will radiate in all 4 directions. So I placed a damage token here because it hit a wall. I put a token here because there was a, did I put a token here? Yeah, I did. Because there was an open space, so it just goes here. And then it's gonna knock down my firefighter, which I'll deal with in a bit. But yeah, let's just double check what we do if there's already fire here. So I do think that it just damages here. Yeah, I think it's all just fire. I was trying to see if any of them are smoke. Okay, and then so because this knockdown, it goes to the nearest ambulance, which is going to be here. And the fire token would go on top. So the fire spread pretty quick, but luckily none of the person of interest got caught up in that. And I do have one more action left that I saved here for the yellow player. Okay, so the blue player gets to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's going to spend 1 to extinguish the smoke. Spending 1, 2 to go 2 spaces, and then spending the last one to just turn this into smoke. Or, you know what, maybe I'll just leave it like that and save my action. So we'll roll now to extinguish, to advance the fire. So 1, 5. Okay. That's going to be smoke. And then it's going to be the yellow's turn. So they'll gain 4 action tokens for a total of 5, 1 from last turn. And I'm going to have it move here for 1 action. Then spend 2 to extinguish this fire. Spend 1 to open this door. And then I think I'll keep that action there. We're going to advanced fire. So 4, 8. 4, 8. Right there with the smoke. And then it's the blue turn. They'll also get 5 actions this turn because they saved 1 from last time. And I'll spend 1 to remove the smoke. I'll spend 2 to remove this fire. And then I'm going to move 1, 2 into there. Let's advance fire. I really need to start saving people. So 1, 8. I'm sorry, 1, 5. Unfortunately, there's a victim there, so ooh, at least it was a false alarm, so that's fine. And then we need to replenish the POI, which is person of interest. There always needs to be 3. So we have a 5 and then a 6 here. So it goes there. And we have the yellow turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. They'll get 5 actions. I'm going to have them extinguish a fire for 2. They're going to move in for 1. Extinguish another fire for 2. We'll advance fire for 4. So there's already something here. So unfortunately, that means it will explode. So it's going to go here, here. It's going to break open that door, damage that, and then knock down this firefighter. This firefighter will go to the nearest ambulance. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So I think it'll just go right there. And luckily, no person of interest was injured in that. Blue turn. We'll get 4 actions. And I think I'm going to try to rescue this person. So I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 to rescue. It's a false alarm. That was a waste. We'll roll to advance fire. So 1, 6 down here. And unfortunately, because there was a smoke, oh, nothing happens. Okay. If it was adjacent to a fire, something would happen. And then now we'll roll for the person of interest because we need 3 on the board by the end of the turn. So 2, 4, and there's already 1 there. So I don't think we can place any. We have to keep rolling. What happens if that is the case, actually, when you replace them? Okay. If the target space has a fire smoke marker, remove it. If the target has a firefighter, immediately reveal the POI and remove it. If the target has a POI marker, reroll. Okay, I'll reroll. 4, 7. 7, 4. Okay. All right. It's a yellow turn. And I'm just going to take out 2 fires. Roll to advance. 8, 6. Okay, smoke. And it's the blue turn. And I'll spend 2 to take care of this fire. And I really need to get to some victims. I have 2 actions here. I'll spend 1 to open this door. And I'll save this action for later. We'll advance the fire. 1, 2. Okay, now it's a yellow turn. 2, 3, 4. All right. So chopping, I could chop through walls. I don't know if that'll work. Uh, 2. I'll move. And then I'll spend 2 to extinguish this fire. Keeping 1 action. We're advancing the fire on 3, 6. And then blue turn. Going to spend 2 to extinguish this. Spend 1 to go inside. Spend 2 to extinguish this. Let's advance the fire to 5-5. 5-5. So unfortunately, this will, if you're placing smoke, I'll make sure. So if you place smoke adjacent to a fire, flip the smoke to fire. Okay, there we go. Like that. And then it's the, ooh, I lost track of who was going. What's the blue turn? I think blue just went, so it's yellow. Not sure. Okay, so yellow turn, we'll spend 2 to get rid of this fire. And then we'll spend 2 to chop down that. And when I use chop, says it carries an axe, a damage marker on a wall segment. A wall segment with 2 damage markers is destroyed, and then you can pass through. So it's not quite destroyed. I can't go in just yet. So I'll save this for now. All right, 1, 2. There's already a fire here, so that means it's going to explode. I'll go this way, this way, this way, and then some damage here. Right. Then the blue will go. And let's try to make it to this victim somehow. We'll move 1. Then we'll open the door for 1. We'll spend 1 to remove this smoke. And then we'll spend 1 more to get into this room. Okay. So 4, 5. There's already fire here. There's going to be an explosion. That spread pretty quick. Do I hit this wall though? I do think it hits the wall. I think. All right. So now we have the yellow player. And we're gonna spend 4 to extinguish these 2 fires. And then I don't think I can do anything else. I'm gonna save that. Let's advance the fires. 4, 8. Smoke. Okay. Then the blue's gonna go. Got 4 actions. All right, we'll move onto this space, flip over. Ah, another false alarm. Goodness. Hmm. I will move 1, 2 with these 2 action points. And then I will spend 1 more just to extinguish that fire, make it into smoke. So we'll advance the fire. It's a 5, 5. An explosion happens. And then here, I think it just spreads. All right, so now with flashovers, this will now become a fire. I think that's all we do with that. The flashover. I'll just double check. Okay. Yeah, that's that. Now it's the yellow turn. Oh wait, we have to replenish actually. We only have 2 POIs out. So 2, 4 will replenish. yeah. It's going to be the yellow player. I'm going to spend 2 to chop. Now I can go through freely and get to this. Oh my gosh. Another false alarm. That's crazy. What are the odds? All right, so I have 2 more. I'm going to spend yeah, I'll save these. I'll save these. We'll advance the fire. So 5, 6, 6, 5. Another explosion. It goes this way. I think it damages this wall. Goes there. And this gets flipped over because of that. And then I think it goes here at this point. Now this flips over because this is adjacent to smoke. I think that's how that works. I don't think walls matter, do they? That's the most tricky part about this game, is figuring out the explosions, shockwaves, and flashovers. Yeah, I don't know if the wall matters. I think it just goes over. Oh, it doesn't. So walls do protect it. Oh, that's good to know. The flashovers only are within the walls. I didn't know that. Okay. Okay, and now the blue turn. Well, we have to replenish the POI first. So 2, 5. Okay. Oh yeah, blue player gets 4. And unfortunately, I think I'm just gonna have to spend all 4 to extinguish these 2 fires I'm next to. That was a quick turn. The fire's getting out of hand though. 4, 5. Another explosion goes this way. Another damage. I think they need to damage twice. Goes this way. Flip, flip, and then goes this way. Okay. All right. Yellow turn. Get 4 more actions, so they have total of 6. Go ahead and move them to get this victim, hopefully. Yes, our first victim. And then hopefully we can get them out. So we'll open the door for 1. And then we'll go 1, 2, 3. We'll spend 3 to bring them out. And the first victim is rescued. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So cool. And then we'll replenish. I mean, we'll advance the fire. So 1, 2. Smoke. But then it does go up because it's next to fire. And then we'll roll for the POI, which is 2, 7. Okay. Blue player. All right. I think we need to take care of some fires. 2. And then I'll move once. Save that action for later. We'll advance. 3, 4. Then it's the yellow turn. And we're going to move in 3 and grab that potential victim. 1, 2, 3. And it's a cat, so that works. And I have 2 movement. I'll go 1, 2. Awesome. Advanced fire for the yellow. 5, 8. It's an explosion. So now this gets damaged. This gets a fire. We have damage here and a damage here. Okay, that was a yellow. So now the blue's turn. We get 4 more actions for a total of 5. We'll spend 2, 3, 4 to extinguish these 2. Advance the fire again. 3, 5. Of course, it's an explosion, so I'll go that way. Actually, I think it would damage the walls. And we would lose the game if all the damage tokens are used. I believe that's 20 something. Game and 24 damage tokens. It looks like we don't have too much left. Okay. And then that was the yellow. We'll go ahead and give them 4. They're gonna spend 1. Actually, ooh, moving with the victim requires 2 AP. Oops. Okay. So that I was able to rescue the other victim a little too quickly. It's unfortunate. Gotta remember that. So I did play wrong in that sense. Keep that in mind. And then we'll roll to advance the fire. I'm gonna save those 2 tokens for now. It's a 2, 6. Down here. POI replenishing. 1, 8. All right. Over here. And we have the blue player. Huh. I guess I'll move here and spend all 4 to extinguish these 2 fires. I want to try to make my way to this victim or that victim though. Advance the fire. 6, 5. Ooh, it's gotta be smoke. I've been doing that. I don't remember. The advancing fire is just a little confusing because the fire side is what I keep choosing to place. So I might have misplaced the previous one. But anyway, I don't think flashover works between walls, especially if it's not completely damaged. So I think we're safe there. All right, yellow will go, gaining 4. And we'll go ahead and do 1, 2, 3 actions to move to that victim. And there's a person. I'll spend 2, move them 1 space. Advanced fire, 4, 8. It is the smoke. This will become fire. And it's an explosion. Actually, it's not an explosion, it's just smoke. And then now the blue player gets to go. We'll move 1, spend 2 to extinguish. Save that action. We'll advance the fire. 7, 3. Yellow's turn. 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2. That'll require 4 action tokens. So now we've rescued 3 out of the 7 we need to win the game. Let's advance the fire. 5, 7. 7. There will be a flash over here. blue player will go. Actually, we need to refresh POI to 8. Pretty lucky it keeps ending up in an area that I'm at with the yellow firefighter. Oh, so let's do the blue player. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we'll move 1 here and spend all 4 to extinguish these 2 fires. Advance 1, 6. Okay, this wall is here, so that flashover doesn't do anything, but now I have to put out a fire for the yellow player. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll spend 2 to put that fire out. Spend my remaining 3 to get towards this victim. 2, 5. There's already a fire there. Okay. Then this gets damaged. This gets damaged. This goes here. All right. Blue's turn. And they're going to extinguish 2 fires still. Just kind of playing catch up at this point. Advancing to 1, 4. And this does get a flashover. Yellow player. Get 4 actions. And we'll spend 1 to get here. There's a victim. We'll spend 2 to move it up. Save that action. We'll advance. 6, 8. So we're here. So that means it's going to cause an explosion. And unfortunately, I think we're probably heading towards losing the game because we only have 3 damage tokens left. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There must be, I must have missed one, but yeah, once I hit 24 damage, that'll be it. All right. Go ahead and do the blue player action. Wait, is it the blue player's turn? I think so. Yeah. Okay, so let's try to extinguish as much as we can. So I'll move up 1, spend 2 on this one. Okay. Rolling to advance fire. So 1, 3. Smoke. This becomes a fire though for the flashover. And it's the yellow's turn. We get 4 actions. So 2, 4. I'll be able to move 2 spaces with the victim. Super close to rescuing that one, hopefully. We'll advance fire to 1, 3. So an explosion, and I think damage will hit here, here, and here, which is all the damage tokens we have. So we rescued 3 victims. 4 of them did not survive. But yeah, that was a solo playthrough 2-handed for Flashpoint Fire Rescue. Definitely made some goofs here and there. I definitely put down a fire when it should have been smoke in some turns. So and I definitely wasn't consistent with placing the damage. I have to reread the rules. It's not too clear. Like, if the fire does damage, is it just 1 and can it go through just 1 damaged wall, or does it need 2? Because I believe part of the rules say you can't move through a wall until you've chopped it twice, or it has 2 damage markers on it. That was a little confusing to me, but yeah, definitely a very fun cooperative game. The theme is very realistic, so I do enjoy that aspect of it. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions or if you spotted any other mistakes I didn't already mention. If you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing. A like or a comment is also great to see. Hope you're doing well, and I'll see you next time. Bye.